say the winter brings cold, but gold, I'ma find. Forever in the zone, just me and my lonely mind. I journal time to time, tell my feelings that I got this. Eternal sunshine, my memory bank spotless. Do this for the learners, chase a universal crowns. Griots, poets that'll burn this bitch to the ground. Shorty, I ended, then I feel sinner. Miss Fat Booty, been a cutie. Friend Judy knew I had to bend her. These bars blazing as I'm stargazing. The more you know, the more you grow. Then eventually they start hating. I elevated the levels they couldn't fathom. The end is the beginning, the Eve is in the atom. Mother just a brother from another space and time. That birth hip hop so I can kill you with the rhyme. Sublime, sight vision got me flying off the top rope. Took faith to listen like the second joint for Pop Smoke.
What's going on, world? It's your boy Gemini Brown here, back with another episode of Kicking Knowledge. Today, we'll be talking about the lunar eclipse in Pisces, and nothing will be the same after this. So, let's get into it. Before we get into it, shout out to all the Virgos celebrating birthdays this week. Pay close attention to this energy as it'll be with you all year long. I hope everyone's utilized this Virgo season. As a quick reminder, Virgo is about our everyday routine. It is about creating efficiency within our everyday routine. It is about personal service, servicing of oneself, right? So that means taking care of your hygiene, as well as servicing other areas of life. So as a Virgo rising, I live my life within service to myself, to the divine, and to the collective. This lunar eclipse, of course, is kicking off eclipse season, and eclipse seasons is karmic resets. They're points that push us closer towards our destiny. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to pull up the big chart. I just wanted to hit y'all with a word here about the release and what's really needed this particular full moon. This full moon is within Pisces. It's conjunct Neptune. Pisces is about starting anew. But in order to start anew, we need to let go of what was. We need to transcend past that. I want everyone to keep this in mind when it comes to spirituality, when it comes to the mind. We all tell ourselves necessary lies. We all choose to believe things that aren't true. A lot of times, this is for good reason. This could be for a season of our life. And then we come to the realization that what we were clinging to isn't so. If you are not acknowledging your shortcomings or where you are wrong or have been wrong and seeking to go in the opposite direction of that, you're not channeling this full moon. If you are confused about your purpose or how you can be great, you're not allowing yourself to realize it. Because all of us have something that we want, that whether it be the world, whether it be our negative self-talk, day to day, we find ways to get distracted from it. Myself included, y'all. But I will give myself credit and say I make the effort to put something towards it. It may not be every day because I acknowledge who I am and all the things I want to do and the reality to do all of that. But like I said, there's a time and a place where it's like, if I really want this thing, whether it's happiness, a relationship, a item, there's a way, a formation, an alignment that is needed. There are things within the old alignment that just won't fit with the new one. So I hope everyone takes pride within doing this. I hope everyone takes pride within exercising this energy. I've said this before, I say it again. I feel like the people who come to me specifically for their shadow work that needs to be done, your shadow expression is within how you don't want to be seen, which for these type of people, it's being more aggressive. It's being more self-oriented. So the tricky part here is, like I said, if you lived your life thinking, I got to be a selfless person, I got to put others before myself, I got to do this, that, and the third, this full moon might be showing you not anymore. And the only way to get past this hump is to exercise the energy you have. Let's pull up the chart. All right, party people. So we have a full moon occurring in the sign of Pisces. This, of course, is an eclipse. This particular cycle dates back towards Pisces season, March of 2016. So you'll want to revisit that time within your life, the themes that were going on. There's a completion factor here, a release. But this release is in regards to the things that aren't serving forward progress. Virgo is an indication to focus on what is working, what is efficient, as well as being able to, during this full moon time, realize how to become more efficient or get things flowing in a greater way. Hence the back and forth. There's something that we need to release, let go, that will allow for a greater Virgo flow. We also want to keep an account here that there is a bit of T-square action here. And if you are a mutable or a Gemini Sagittarius, particularly within the 20-degree range, that last decan, this can be activating a T-square for you. So how that shapes out is that there are thought forms, there are beliefs, ideologies that one has had to this point that no longer serves them. But this Neptune moon conjunction highlights it for us in that Neptunian way. Something I talk about all the time, disillusionment. This particular thought form or ideology could have been something that is you're emotionally connected to. And in the name of Mars, it's time to create a new emotional chain in that regard. Okay? So I think, or rather I know, is that we can't do without letting go. We should look at this full moon as a release of baggage, energetic baggage. This could be physical baggage. Of course, we know Virgo deals with health, right? So, and Uranus and Taurus is telling us to pay attention to our diet and what we're consuming. All in all, there are particular truths that we can no longer ignore. Now, the real eclipse factor here is that, with this being the full moon, is that the release of now will eventually lead towards an expansion or a new beginning of some sort in the next eclipse phase, which, if you look closely, look at where the North Node in Aries is, almost at the end of its transit. By early 2025, the North Node will be where this full moon is occurring. And what that'll do is show the reward or the truth of the matter. So I say all that to say, whatever you let go at this time, whatever direction you go in at this time, the faith is that you want to really iron this into a belief. The belief is that within months or at some particular time, you will be validated with that. So the next thing I want to focus on here is this Jupiter in Gemini. I said to you guys a couple of weeks ago that since Jupiter's entered Gemini, I have consciously recognized a big expansion within my spiritual clarity, my dreams, my understanding of them, and just overall, we could say, seeing the bigger picture. For myself, this is going to be conjuncting some Gemini energy, depending on how you're receiving the Jupiterian energy, whether it be through sextile, opposition, things of that nature. The overarching theme here is the need to find mental clarity. Sagittarius, Jupiter's sign, represents aspirational vision, having our eyes on a particular goal or aspiration. So I think part of the lesson here within Gemini is recognizing the power within shifting through all the ideas and focusing on just one. Okay. And then rather being able to see the interconnectedness within different things connected to one's goal or dream and what needs to be done. Another way in which the Jupiter energy can best be channeled is through a surrender of ego. And this is now the Jupiter in Pisces aspect, rather, because Jupiter has rulership there as well. And that's through the disillusionment, the surrendering of the egoistic thought or desires to the greater understanding of what is, okay, which therefore leads to that Virgo efficiency. So a simple way is saying find ways to get out of your own way. That's self-sabotage. So when we're able to adhere to the greater knowledge we possess, that's when we're actualizing wisdom. So I've given you 2 ways to really channel this Jupiterian energy, through focus and through surrender. All right. Then we have Pluto back here at 29 degrees. Venus, of course, is working its way towards a square with that Jupiter. And we know this Pluto is sextiling the Neptune. This presents an opportunity for completion. Whatever's going on in one's life right now, this is a part of the greater journey that you've been on. Sadly, as I mentioned, Neptune can be kind of confusing. So we may need to get to a point of feeling like, damn, I wasted time here. But really, you never waste time. You learn things. You have to look at everything you went through. But there can be that feeling of, I thought this, but this is the reality. But it was all part of the greater play. Okay, so and this is very much so evidenced by the illumination of the moon in Pisces, illuminating things that were once hidden or we just weren't perceiving. So this is the flavor, y'all. And this is my interpretation of this full moon. I hope you guys enjoy. If you need a reading, check out my website, GeminiBrown.com. Check out my book, my new album, Sun and Gemini 2. Till next time, peace.